Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tempest is here, and today we're having another episode of the mod reviews. And in this episode I'm having 4 mods to show to you guys. And yeah, before we start guys, I want to apologize for not uploading for a couple of days here, as I've been switching my internet from one provider to another. So now I can proudly say I've got an awesome internet and I can finally start streaming on Twitch. And if you're interested in that guys, I'll try to provide the link below to my Twitch channel, and please don't forget to let me know in the comments what is the best time for you guys in case you are interested in watching my streams, because I would love if you guys would join me there as well. So yeah, and let's just start with our mod reviews here. So first things first guys, this tractor here, which is Cat with 380 horsepower. I think it costs around let's just go right here. It has 365 horsepower with a maintenance of 25 per day and the total cost of 75,000. So first of all, I would like to say guys that I don't really like whenever the prices here are very low. I don't like that it costs only $75,000. As with the horsepower it provides, it should cost no less than 200. I really like whenever a game is as real as possible, and I don't think that it should cost $75,000 unless it is used and broken or something. And yeah, maintenance is really low as well. 25 bucks is just nothing. Our baler collector costs us $25, the standard one. So these things you need to consider guys before you create your mods. They should look real, just to feel real. Another thing about this mod here guys is that there is always somebody sitting in it, and I really love the sound engine. That's the plus. I really love how it looks just cosmetically from outside, even though the textures seem a little bit older. I think they haven't been updated properly, and as you can see, interior is nicely done as well. You can see your hands, your legs here, and it doesn't feel like wheel is turning right and left on its own. So that's a plus as well. Again, sound engine, I don't know if you can hear it. It is decent, and I believe that sound engine in this game is very important, as it makes you feel like the equipment you're driving at the moment is something somewhat powerful, or it can do stuff on your farm. So yeah, the next thing guys, whenever you exit the vehicle it stops nicely as well. But the one minor thing that I would like to tell you about, that whenever you start the engine, or whenever you start your vehicle and you try moving, just look at that. It didn't have a sound for around 2 seconds when I started moving. That's a very bad thing. I don't know guys if you appreciate those kind of things, but I really love when my mods are as real as possible. I see many people creating mods, and most of them are doing great job, but they have to think about those things as well, because those small details, they make up the whole mode. That's how you start feeling about it in the end. And yeah, small glitch here as well. And yeah, one more thing I've noticed whenever you are driving this truck is that camera acts so funny. I don't know if you can see it guys, but whenever you drive this truck, it feels like a very drunk driver is behind the wheel. So yeah, in this term I think this particular mod needs to be improved, because it looks awesome, yes, I would love to use it on my farm. However, with the camera like that, I think I wouldn't. I would stay away from it. So yeah, and we'll be using this truck here just to test the second mod here, bale maker here, that's got the rear attachment here. It can attach the bale collector and do 2 things at the same time. That seemed very interesting to me, so I've decided to share it with you guys. So in a little while we're going to be testing that as well. And yeah, this third thing guys is this truck here. It's our man truck, but it doesn't feel like our regular man truck. Let us quickly have a look here. The regular man truck costs us 285,000 with the maintenance of 420 bucks per day and the maximum horsepower of 440. And yeah, let me just quickly buy it so you could guys see how it looks in comparison. Where is it? Here it goes. And yeah, whenever I'm driving the regular MAN truck, it feels more realistic, shall I say. Why am I saying that? Because the sound, again, engine sound, it is very important. Whenever I exit MAN, it just stops gradually, and yeah, everything is nice. Whenever you enter this one here, and by the way, it comes in two variants. One is with the tipper installed already, and the other one is just like that. And for some reason, it just does that whenever it's parked. So yeah, maybe there is something underneath, I don't know, but whenever you enter it, looks like it is just fine. Yep, I'm exiting it now, it is fine. So yeah, one thing I can say about this truck, I really love how you can buy it with the tipper here of, I think it is 43,000 liters inside. Yeah, the good thing about it, guys, is that you can attach another tipper here with the 76,000 capacity here. I don't know what snail is. I assume it is liters as well. So yeah, and you can attach this one to the second variant without a tipper, plus another 76,000 here with the dolly attached as well. So that's a very, very awesome thing. I don't know if you can just create a huge train out of it. I'm not interested in that, so if you guys are eager to experiment, it is on you. The second thing, guys, I want to tell you is that, yeah, again, engine sound, I don't like it. It doesn't sound as the regular MAN. However, guys, I would prefer them to leave sounds. I can see that interior is a bit different. Let me again see. They look alike, however, interior in this thing is a bit different as well. So I would prefer them to leave everything as it is with this particular standard truck. We can see two beacons. Yep, some cosmetical differences are there, however, there are not big differences. And the thing that matters the most, that is engine sound and the handling of the truck, they are not up to the standard here. I would prefer them to leave everything as it is in the default one and just attach those tippers just like that. Yeah, everything else is awesome about this truck. The only disadvantage is the sound of an engine. I don't like it. It seems like, even though this truck is more powerful with 580 horsepower, it sounds weak. It doesn't look like it can handle any sort of work on your farm. It's just like you're driving a 40 horsepower tractor that costs you 40k. So yeah, and that's how it looks. It's just for you to decide if you're gonna use it or not. And the last thing I want to do with this mod here, guys, today is I want to set it up with the courseplay just to see if it's gonna work fine with the attached trailer here. So if you remember, we've got 43,000 liters here plus 76,000 in our attachable trailer, and let's see how they're gonna work. I really love, that's one of the reasons I wanted to show you this mod, is how awesome it looks. It looks awesome with the long trailer behind it, and just today I want to test it out if it's gonna work fine or not. So let me quickly load it up here, my Field 15 grain collection here, and then we're gonna just switch it to the combine mode here and set it to CR10 and just start it from here. So yeah, that's one thing we had to do. The other thing is to start our combine here. So yeah, everything is set now. The only thing that's left is just to watch how everything is gonna work out while we are talking about our third mod here, which is the Scania here. And let's start with the interior, which is non-existent. As you can see, the mod is poorly made. Usually I don't like to say bad stuff about somebody else's work. However, guys, in this case, it looks like this truck has been made up without any connections to the real Scania truck whatsoever. So yeah, you can see here that textures are poorly made, and interior is non-existent here. Sound of an engine sounds somewhat decent. However, whenever you exit the mod, it stops, like nothing even worked here. It's like engine stops in 1/100th of a second. I don't know, it's like non-existent. That's what I don't like about my modes. So one plus I can say about this thing here is that it is quite versatile. As you can see, we've got 3 different variants of our tipper here, and that's, by the way, our service tipper that can refill any kind of a fertilizer or the slurry tank or manure spreader or whatever. You can see we've got 3 different variants here with the, what is that? I don't know what that is. I assume it can refill anything. That's a very nice thing. Plus we can make it look like this, which can attach any kind of a tipper. So that's why, guys, I wanted to show you this truck. That's why it seemed interesting to me, guys. But whenever I just entered it and whenever I just tried it out a little bit, I can say that I'm not going to be using it on my farm. So yeah, that's totally your decision. In case you prefer to be using it on your farm, I will just stay away from it. And yeah, it costs around 140,000 bucks with a maintenance $35. Again, not so realistic, not so cool. And what else? With the mysterious amount of horsepower. It doesn't say what's the power of this thing, so I cannot just judge if it is worth 145,000 or it is just underpriced. So yes, again, let's just return to the final thing we want to look at today. That's our bale maker, which is New Holland. One thing I can say straight away is that it makes bales with a capacity of 2,000 liters. That is twice less than our usual bale maker here from New Holland. Wow. And it looks like this truck is a little bit transparent, but doesn't really matter. Just want to use it for one purpose here. Yep, almost got it. Oh, yep, got it. So let's go to our conveniently placed field here and just start collecting it and just see how it's gonna work out. And before we do that, let me quickly check on our truck if it started working with our harvester or not. And again, look at this camera. It's just as if my driver is so drunk. It looks like our truck is working just fine. Starting to approach our harvester here, and it looks like Courseplay isn't gonna have any problems handling this truck. So my verdict for this mod in here, guys, is that it is very nicely made mod. A lot of thought were put into this mod. The only drawback is the sound of an engine. That is very important, guys. Heading direction is south, so let's quickly calculate it and drive the course and see how this particular mod is gonna work with our Courseplay. As you can see, Courseplay managed to activate two machineries at the same time. However, as you can see, guys, there is a glitch as well. It doesn't unload. It does not unload this bale, as I believe the Courseplay is set to unload this round thing as soon as it reaches 4,000, not 2,000. So if you decide to download this mod here, you should consider using it manually only and not with Courseplay. So in case you decide to use it manually, why doesn't it work? Oh, yep. Pressing O is gonna unload your bale here, and then we have what we have. Bales load very nicely. So yeah, as you can see, it fills up very quick, 2,000, and it's done. Unload again, collect, close, and go ahead. So yeah, that's what you should expect from this mod. To be honest, I don't really like it, and I don't think I'll be using it, as I'm using Courseplay quite heavily, and I can just manage using 2 tractors following each other with the 4,000 capacity bales, not 2,000. So yeah, this is very nice mode for those of you guys who are seeking to use 2,000 liter capacity bales and do everything manually. It can just save you time. But then if you're trying to save your time, why don't you just use Courseplay? Again, yep, that's one of the drawbacks. So I guess guys, this is gonna be it for this episode. As we are done, we've managed to look at 4 different modes in this episode, and I hope you really enjoyed this episode. Again, let me know in the comments what you think about the Twitch. Are you interested in that, in looking at me live? And yeah, again, thank you for watching this episode, and live like there is no tomorrow. Bye bye. So first thing we want to do guys is we want to start configuring our slurry tank, which is gonna be actually fertilizing our field right here. And for that we're gonna be guys choosing our fertilize and seeding option here, just like that. But before we do that guys, we wanna set up our refilling process.